Namaste, angels. This will be our weekly love reading for the period of tomorrow, May 27th, through next Saturday, June 2nd, beginning with this opening message. And the number 13 wanted to come out yesterday for the, when I recorded the general reading, it was all about 8. But thus far today, 13 is the number. I pulled card 67, 58, all while I was shuffling. But this is the one with the first one to have come out and the one that repeated. So I'm going to be using this one. And I see like two beings here, like twins, two beings, two people looking at one another. I don't know. It was very Gemini for me, although it's green and we're not of the earth element. I saw like these two illuminated twins is what they look like kind of to me. So gifts received. That is card number 13, and it says here in the Journey of Love booklet that accompanies the oracle, relax. It's okay to accept what's coming your way now. Gentle your soul, steady your heart. Even the most precious treasure can be received by you. Why not? Are you not built of the same stuff that the treasure is, beloved? It's all love after all. That is all there is. Enjoy, accept, rest in knowledge that you are being invited into a sanctuary of abundance. Peaceful rest and replenishment now. It's just time. This oracle holds a message for you. The universe is trying to get you, is trying to get something to you. More abundance, more love, an answer to a prayer. Sometimes the healing comes in unexpected packages. Sometimes we try so hard to find the answer, exerting so much effort to receive, that we make things harder for ourselves than they need to be. So relax, have some fun, be at peace. Everything is working out just fine, and there's a nice surprise coming your way. The wind blows softly through grass and my open heart. Love, unexpected. So it did look like love was on its way to a bunch of us in the general reading yesterday, which is not supposed to necessarily be about that. But among many beautiful cards that showed up, both the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands. So crossing one another, no less. Going to the dice, 29 is staring me in my face, so there could be spiritual partnership for some of us. And again, that was indicated by the cards that turned up in the general, but I'm otherwise beginning with party. Forget it. And weekend away. It says massage. Yes. And buy shoes. This time, I feel like buying shoes could be for an event. And maybe that's just because of the season, right? June is a huge month for weddings and engagements and graduations and proms and all sorts of beautiful events. I think that buy shoes is for some of those. And again, yes, maybe attached to some of the engagements and or marriages. We can still buy shoes to walk away from folks or toward folks too. You know, I'm not saying that, but I just got a different feeling just now. Going to the hashtag creepy deck, I'm beginning with young female, which always gives me the energy of Sagittarius. Almost always, at least, if not always. And yesterday, again, during the general, right before, I realized perhaps why, at least right now, in addition to the two major transits that took place this week rather, with Jupiter. On the 29th, we have a full moon. It is a full moon in Sagittarius. So I think that there could be some real shifts for the community around that time, because again, this energy has been showing up as an outcome, as all kinds of things, and we'll see where it turns up now, if at all, in the spread. Opening 2, dating queen, which also gives me the energy of fire signs. It's like a 3 of wands kind of card, and as such, it can be a representative of a party of 3 too. Not necessarily a love triangle, but that's absolutely possible, especially for the love reading. And here we do have 3 like potential suitors for this divine feminine. young female, and mature woman, who's more, perhaps, I'm getting an energy of Aquarius from her, more Queen of Swords type, but not necessarily Gemini. Young female and courting man. Courting man now on top, and there's the triangle, or the party of three. So not necessarily a love triangle, but a third energy showing up somehow. Courting man, I'll do one more. It's mature woman. So on that note, we know that it's time to start. This may in fact be who he is courting this week. Perhaps an older woman, or the female is younger, you know, like considerably, like there's an age difference maybe. Or it could be one of these really mature signs or elements as well. Think like Scorpio. That's a really mature sign. In fact, I've mentioned before, like my youngest daughter is a Scorpio, and we tease her all the time about, you know, how mature she is. Sometimes we question which one is the mother or which one is the big sister, and, you know, so on and so forth. Mature woman. And the overall energy is fun times, which goes with the feeling that I was getting about, you know, events from the dice. Again, weddings, proposals, engagements, proms, graduations, parties, birthdays, you know, just fun stuff. And enjoying summer, too. Enjoying summer, or the summer weather at least. Divine couple. It was like almost 90 degrees. The eights were back. Like I mentioned the eights from the general reading. The eights were back. It was 88 degrees by me today here in New York City. Divine couple, recent past, near future, masculine's higher self, blocks to the union. The feminine can do, the masculine can do. Further advice from the universe. And the outcome. Divine couple. Open relationships. This can be part of the fun times. Getting out in the open, letting people, you know, see us together, having a good time. Or even if it's just, you know, in an energetic sense, that we're not hiding anymore, that we've claimed our freedom. And so we're open in that sense, you know, even where there's distance, it may be physical distance, because that like came over me, that some people are at a genuine, even if they're in contact, they're at a genuine physical distance, and perhaps long distance. The recent past. Beauty queen. So somebody feeling really confident, maybe that's how they were able to reach out or to take this leap and claim their freedom again. This is like the energy of Venus. She gives us that confidence, that esteem about ourselves. We feel attractive. People are attracted to us. We walk by people, we see them smiling, you know, whereas maybe they don't always. But all of a sudden, everybody, you know, like all eyes on me, sort of thing. And, you know, we feel like we embody that whole energy, and we feel good. It is also about, yes, popularity and, you know, maybe being the center of this party, the fun times. And I'm so happy I picked this up. You know why? Because freedom is underneath it. So I was just talking about claiming the freedom. And this also goes with the fact that I was feeling Aquarius in particular, and the Queen of Swords, specifically Aquarius, coming from the mature woman, because Aquarius and Uranus, which rules it, are all about the freedom. Behind the freedom upright is soulmate, also upright, yes, soulmate. And then behind that, it's upside down, but gifts, which is the energy with which I started just from another deck. I started with the energy of gifts. Near future. Now, how are we going to go from this to wallflower? So now we're at the party, right? Fun times. We're in the place to be, as they used to say. And we got to decide if we're going to sit it out or dance. That's the question. These people are dancing here. And as we can see, this woman, thus far, looks like she's chosen to sit it out. As it relates to, connects to a zodiac sign, for me, this person is typically a Capricorn, Scorpio, or Gemini. Masculine higher self. Mature man. This is the energy of, Mars. Like, kind of emperor-like, fatherly. Again, Scorpio. Aries. This is the masculine. Focus on the fact, like, maybe fun times are over. The overall energy is fun times, but like fun times in the sense like games, like he's done. He's grown up. He's a mature man now, is what is coming out of this card. Blocks to the union. These folks again, gossip. How often does this card show up in this placement? It's a lot. So there could be talk. Perhaps for some, because of this open relationship, it sort of mirrors this, or your popularity, your strength, your growing confidence, or the masculines, like he's acting differently. He doesn't want to, play and hang out and get mixed up in drama and foolishness. His mind is on other things and the future and all that. We want to make sure that we're not a party to this gossip, and it's not necessarily like literally gossip, although it absolutely can be. But in some cases, it's just drama in general, basically, and we want to not be a party to it, but be aware that it's likely going on around us, and it could be people that we would not expect it to be. It did come up, and I did talk about it in the general. Like some people are not your friends. If there's, and this could be like who you think is your closest friends. Those people that you say, oh, they would never do this to me. Yeah, them too. They will. Not always. I don't want to make it seem like none of us should have friends, because we that's not healthy either. But they're just people, unfortunately, that you would expect to want to see you prosper, and that you would and anticipate, at least, you'd hope that if you did prosper, or when you did prosper, that they'd know you're taking them with you. Even that they don't want. Even if they do realize that, they don't want that. They want to be the one that is prospering, or nobody. Misery loves company. So that's what's coming out of here. The fact that the masculine has, he's changed, or he's acting differently, more mature. He's gone through a shift. He's experienced some growth. And somebody's not happy about that. But then we may experience other situations where people are just not happy. So, just be aware again, and don't be a party to it yourself. What else can the feminine do? Like just love, like the opening message said, love is all there is. Love is all that matters. The only thing that's real. Just love and follow your passions, pursue your passions. This is more the energy of fire signs coming out of here too. Leo, Sagittarius, which again, not only the Sagittarius moon this week we have occurring, but all this Jupiter stuff. Jupiter is retrograde in Scorpio, in addition to everything else that's going on with it. Jupiter is the ruler of Scorpio. Ruler of Sagittarius, rather. Then we have a transit involving the true node this week. That's Leo. So that's that energy of fire signs there as well. And then I said I was getting Aries and from this guy, and Mars, which rules Aries, both Aries and Scorpio, from this. What can the masculine do? What'd I just say? Mars, the Emperor, Leo, and as well there's the ice or winter signs, swords, air element also represented here. And speaking about those, Mercury, ruler of Gemini and Virgo, enters Gemini this week too. So this is a leadership role, basically. What the masculine can do is that, like, take what he's wanting to do, what his higher self is guiding him to do. Take his life by the reins and run it. He's in charge. He's the emperor. He's the king. He's the leader. He's the boss. And again, he may be a direct air sign, a Leo, Aries, or Scorpio. I mean, obviously it can be any sign, but you know that with whom this resonates the most may be specifically people of these signs that I'm going over. And Jupiter, not only ruler of Sagittarius rather, but also attached to the fixed signs, which would include Leo, the true node, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Further advice from the universe: travel. This could be getting back. I'm getting a lot of Six of Cups kind of energy. I mean, it can be actual travel. Remember I said I was feeling distance before here? So it could be like trying to get together to meet up with one another for some fun times because the weather is warmer and maybe we want to, we're able to get some time off, or because we're no longer in school, our kids are no longer in school, now's the time when we can take a break. Travel in a literal sense. But I do feel that it's also attached to just movement in general, and the retrograde season. Because the plane, although, this would be a forward direction if you're starting from over here, I just get the feeling of it traveling backward. And that's why I was feeling Six of Cups as soon as I picked it up. So the planets that are in retrograde are, again, Jupiter, which is retrograde in Scorpio. Pluto, Scorpio's other ruler, which is retrograde in Capricorn. And Saturn, ruler of Capricorn, which is also retrograde in Capricorn. We could be affected by those. And I've gone over, and I'll probably do it again when I do the moon reading, what it means for each planet to be in retrograde, how they affect us. But, this is something that you guys can look up to if you want to further connect the dots here. And the outcome. Dating under the full moon with more of this fire energy, more of this red. The wine is red. People are happy. It's fun times. So I feel a lot of coming together. And we started with this energy of the divine couple being together with the open relationship. And we're ending on that same note. We're going to ignore these people this week and not let them steal our joy. Masculine taking his position, not, putting his foot down, and the feminine just remaining in a space of love and pursuing her passions and, the energy of two, partnership, faith. Speaking of the energy of two and of fire signs, and most specifically Sagittarius, I'm beginning with embrace, which for me is very much like the temperance card in the traditional tarot, which represents the sign of Sagittarius. Although for me, I always get Aquarius from it, because in most decks, there tends to be like an angel or, some sort of divine looking being that is a water bearer that is holding a vessel or two and pouring water back and forth and standing in a pool or, a stream or something. They're a water bearer. So I don't know how or why temperance represents the sign of Sagittarius, but for me, it's very Aquarian. And it's about healing, most importantly, aside from the zodiac signs. It's about healing and restoration, and being made whole. And that's what this card is about, embrace. It looks like a couple and, in a very loving and tight hug. But it's really one person's inner masculine and feminine coming together in a harmonious way, in a healthy way. So this is to where we all want to get. And opening to Mary, which showed up quite a bit while I was shuffling, not in this deck, but in another I'll show you in a moment. Sorrow. So she was upside down, and I'm taking that into consideration. I think this is about, especially opposite embrace, which I just said represents healing for me and restoration, like the energy of temperance, moving beyond the past hurt. Embrace and earth connection, abundance, the flow of abundance coming back to us after we reconnect with Mother Nature. And it can be very, very literal, the need for us to get out and enjoy the weather, sit in the grass, walk in it with our bare feet or the sand or the dirt, and truly connect with Mother Nature. Spend some time with her. Embrace. They're showing me a couple. Okay. First, transience, which as you can see is a card of healing as well and restoration. Head to toe healing, but it requires surrender. Full surrender. This woman has her eyes closed. She is nude. She couldn't be more vulnerable. She's letting the universe do to her what it will. And actually, now that I say that out loud, the Christian feast of the Visitation of Mary occurs this week, where she, is said to have spoken those words too, as well. Like, let it be done to me as you say. Whatever, basically, universe, whatever it is you want to do to me, to make me better, do it. So divine guidance, it's going to be giving it to us. We have to surrender. The moon is representative of feminine energy, but for me, most specifically, feminine energy of surrender. And then we have more of this energy of 8, and which is karma and representative of the divine and infinity. So the fact that this guidance is always going to be available to us. We just have to seek it. We can always be restored and made whole by the universe. We just have to ask. And also enchantment, which is a major card of healing that for me is like Venus and Mars, directly to the rescue with this red and blue ray coming down through this feminine's crown chakra and then flowing throughout her body. And look at her. You can see how she's scarred. She's been through it. She's still vulnerable. She's still willing to be. She's still saying, let it be done to me as you say. Universe, do with me what you will. And having the faith and the trust that what the universe is going to do with her is restore her, is to heal her. Embrace. And the goddess. So more feminine energy of surrender. They're just going to beat this message into us that we need to do this. And you can see even the colors here are the same. They want us to understand this message of the need to, be your most vulnerable and allow the universe to help you. Embrace. One more. And answered prayer. When we call on the universe to help us, what comes in as a result? Answered prayer. And also on this note, I'm ending with the 2 signs that I've spoken most about, with the exception of Sagittarius, since I started this reading, and that would be Aquarius and Scorpio. This card very much about air and water, and most specifically those 2. Aquarius with the star over this woman's throat chakra. The star represents in the tarot major arcana card number 17, which also equals 8, represents the planet Uranus and the sign of Aquarius, which it rules. And butterflies are like, metamorphosis, transformation, death and rebirth, going in a caterpillar and emerging something completely different So it's like the caterpillar died, basically, and now there's a butterfly was born. That's Scorpio. Embrace. And abundance. So just like we just saw Earth Connection, this is about the need again to connect with Mother Nature, to surrender to her divine support and guidance, and that will open up and allow for the flow of abundance in all of its forms, including love and relationships. And the overall energy, more fire, more Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and possibly Scorpio, transmutation. So this is about taking any negative energy, emotions, attachments, and turning them all into love. Just deciding I'm not dealing with that drama. I'm not putting my energy toward drama, toward gossip, toward anything negative, toward resentment, toward the inability to forgive, toward regret. I'm turning all of these feelings into positives for me, transmuting them all to love. The feminine about herself. The masculine as it relates to the feminine. Himself. The union as a whole. Overall. What the masculine would have the feminine do toward the union this week. What he himself is willing to. What the universe would have the two do, and the outcome. Divine feminine. Inner child. Some more of this, and I told you I was feeling Six of Cups, that this is connected to that too. It's revisiting situations from our childhood. It's communicating things, getting things off our chest that maybe we've been holding for years. Star here. More of this freedom-seeking energy of Uranus and Aquarius. A star over the throat chakra. A star over the third eye chakra. A star over the crown chakra. This is all of these communication centers. So there's something that needs to be communicated, something that needs to get out, something, again, that could have been sitting there from childhood, from some experience that we had in our youth, or if not childhood, just the past, or maybe with somebody from our childhood or from our youth or from our past, including the masculine, a past experience that we're just not over, and we just need to take whatever that is negative, that was not a positive, a lesson that we took with us, anything remaining that was negative, we just need to get it out and transmute it to love. The masculine about the feminine this week, guardian. Again, he's in a different place now, and as this mature man, there's a desire to protect, to be the feminine's sort of shelter and peace, but also the very conscious awareness and understanding that there is divine guardianship too and protection, and that where he is not and where he's not able to be for her, she's still safe. More of this fire energy coming through, and even the same colors here as our overall energy of transmutation. The pink, purple, yellow, orange. The masculine about himself this week. More of those same colors and that same energy. But you know what? This is what's really cool about this. This week also is the Christian feast day celebration of the Trinity as well. And this card is very Trinity-like. They call it the Trilogy of Light, but it's very Trinity-like as far as I'm concerned. And it is about the desire to, continue to grow continue to mature, like that mature card. Continue to grow and mature. Just always in pursuit of being nearer and dearer to the universe. Really awesome for the masculine this week. And he's chosen a color scheme, clearly. Let's see if it continues. With regard to the union as a whole, the healing that's needed. And that he knows it's coming. He's got this faith. Remember, he trusts that she's protected and safe and, will be taken care of even where he can't do it. And he knows that, this is where he wants to be too. Again, he made a conscious decision to enter this space of trying to become more divine, continue to grow, continue to ascend. Really awesome. Overall, there's fear, though, in the way. Fear of the change. And there's like these two twin spheres here. Pink. Pink can be Venus. Pink is also representative of Archangel Chamuel, who is the archangel specifically of unconditional love. So not to be confused with the archangel of love. That'd be Daniel. Daniel is love in marriage. Chamuel is specifically unconditional love. And that means that even where fear exists, you put that aside rather than place it upon, the other party. Make it an imposition upon the other party. You take your fear, you take your pain, you take your ego and set it aside if it means becoming a condition or placing a condition upon the other party. This card also fitting in with the color scheme that the masculine has chosen here, particularly in the middle. Actually, he's done the whole thing. The two cards in the end match and the three here in the middle match. There's nothing to fear because of what's here. The guardian, the trilogy of light. So we can release this, but it's an overlying energy that's sort of hovering above us that I think in part is connected to the change too. Fear of change and of progress. Sometimes when you feel yourself growing, that can make you, give you a little bit of pause, as they say. What would the masculine have the feminine do toward making this situation better this week? Answered prayer. So he's asking her to have faith. He's asking her to have faith and to believe and to call upon, the guardians and the help, the assistance that's available, and then trust that, she's going to receive it. Which also takes us back to our original message of being able to receive, both give and receive. This is one of the gifts that's coming in. What is the masculine himself willing to do this week? Physical body. And again, with this color scheme of the fire energies, I feel that this is pretty literal this week. A lot of them really focused on self-improvement. And that's not to suggest that they hadn't already been, working out and different things, but there's a real focus, a real intention this week to improve, to continue to grow in all areas. So not just spiritually and emotionally, but physically too. It's part of the healing. That's it. It's part of the healing. What would the universe have the two to do this week? More of the same. Continuing to call upon the guardians, the assistants, the help toward the end of seeking healing for that reason. And trusting that it's coming. This is a karmic energy, again, that I connect to temperance and the energy of Sagittarius, with which we will be very much surrounded this week. And it's going to help us where we were broken, where there were holes, where there is fear. Fear replaced with hope. And then hope getting replaced with inevitability, like you know that something's coming. First we're afraid, will it come? And then we become hopeful. I hope it does. I believe it will. And then we just know it will. That's growth and healing in that area. And the outcome. Retreat, being at peace, connecting with the universe and our abundance flowing in. We definitely do need to spend as much time outside with Mother Nature. It could be doing your exercise, masculine. You're doing this, you can be, I don't know, jogging, playing basketball, whatever it is you like to play, whatever it is you like to do to keep physical and busy. But if you do it outside, she will accept that as a means of like meditation, even though you're not sitting in the grass, in a prayer pose with your feet folded Indian style. She will accept that as connection with her. This card also representative of both air signs, and again, specifically Aquarius and freedom, and Earth, and can very much represent Venus because she is both of those, air and earth. And also more specifically to that can represent Uranus in Taurus, which we entered last week and where we will be for the next 8 years. But it's one of these energies that is pushing us to do things like this and to, constantly be seeking to grow and to get better and to release things from our past, to move past them, beyond them once and for all. So I talked about that in last week's general. I read a whole thing about Uranus and Taurus, if you're interested and did not yet hear it. Now going to the Angel Tarot, beginning with the Dreamer, or the Fool in the traditional tarot, which represents the planet Mercury for me. Mercury, again, ruler of Gemini and Virgo, which enters Gemini this week. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, that leads to unexpected opportunities. And opening to the Page of Air, speaking of Gemini. The Page of Air is logical, honest, impulsive, and curious. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. For me, the Page of Air is a Gemini, but of course can also be an Aquarius or Libra, or anybody likened to these traits or attributes. Dreamer. And the Six of Water. I've been feeling memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children and romanticizing the past. This is also a soulmate card for me. Past life relationship card. The Dreamer. So you could be guided to take a leap of faith, and movement forward toward something involving your past. Again, maybe the growth for the feminine or a relationship. Another 6. 6 equals love. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. So you take the leap of faith. It's worth your while to do so. If you can get beyond that fear that just turned up here. The Dreamer. And then stick to your decisions and, stick to your guns, as they say. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. But choose your battles wisely. We're not going to fight every fight. Some of them will just walk away, like avoiding the drama. Dreamer and the Two of Water, all in protection of this. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. I think this is key here, this forgiveness. It's part of our transmutation, transmuting negative energy to love. The Fool, the Dreamer, and the Three of Water. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement. And the need to have more fun. We've covered all of those, felt all those energies of a positive event, and the need to have more fun definitely showed up with the person that needs to decide, are they going to sit it out or dance? So if you know which, applies to you. In any case, you're guided to take a leap of faith and go for it. The Dreamer. Overall energy is the king of air, who's brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice and balance mental and emotional considerations. The king of air, could be likely a male, but doesn't have to be. It can apply to a female too. And he is perhaps a Gemini, again, an Aquarius, or a Libra, or somebody likened to those traits or attributes. He can also be representing here the planet Mercury himself, again, entering Gemini this week. The planet Venus herself, although it's the king. It can even be Mars. Mars currently in Aquarius. Mars, the planet of action in that freedom-seeking sign. So again, it's taking me back to that open relationship card and the freedom that the two, both separately and together, are seeking and taking, claiming. Crowning the masculine, the king of water, trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work. As far as I'm concerned, charity work is love, because it's giving. It's that unconditional love. The king of water is a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Venus actually currently in Cancer. She entered last week. Speaking of Venus, the queen of air, who's independent, experienced, realistic, and witty, surrounds the masculine. Objective decision-making, clearing away all that no longer serves you and seeing the humor in a situation. The queen of air is a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, or somebody likened to those traits or attributes. And in the masculine, all these court cards, a lot of characters surrounding the masculine. I mean, they can all be his energy or even his signs, sun, moon, or rising, his elements. In the masculine subconscious, the king of earth, who is generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You have the Midas touch. And whatever you do, it's what you want, right? You're not dealing with anything you don't want to deal with. You're the queen or king of, I guess in this case, of cutoff. And whatever you do pursue, it is something that brings you joy. Or someone that brings you joy, or both. Crowning the feminine, the queen of fire, who's confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. She's also the divine feminine as far as the tarot is concerned. And a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or maybe even a Scorpio. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. This is about confidence. Wow. She is surrounded by the lovers, another 6. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Also, good health when you see this card. The lovers represents the signs of Gemini. Interesting, because it's here mirroring the queen of air. Can also represent another air sign, perhaps. Aquarius, Libra. In the feminine subconscious, the 5 of fire, competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Yes, it can be those things, but this can also be representative of the action, right? For change, we're thinking about taking action rather than sitting it out. This could be Mars, getting behind us. Crowning, the 4 of air, time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. We have this 4 of air, and that's potentially, again, the need to make a decision. Crossing the lovers, which can also be about a decision, a heart over head, as they say, decision. And in this case, as it relates to love or factors that are impactful upon your love life. At the root, the 3 of earth, so potentially a party of 3 that's in the way with this 3 of earth crossing the lovers. The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. From a more positive standpoint, this three of earth can be representative of, again, the Trinity, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine, period. Again, we do celebrate the feast of the Trinity this week. And if you ask me, the high priest or Hierophant or Jesus the Christ is a Virgo or was a Virgo. The king of earth that sits here next to the three of earth, represents Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And I started with the energy of Virgo in addition to Gemini with the dreamer or the fool. The three of earth also about abundance that's earned. So even if it's love, it's having put the work in and done what you're supposed to do for this love to be coming to you now. You deserve it. Nobody's doing you a favor by, giving you the love or helping you to meet the man or woman of your dreams or whatever. You've earned this opportunity. And, the accolades and the results, all the benefits. You're just reaping what you've sown. The heart of the matter. The Chariot, which represents the sign of Cancer. Again, Venus, currently in Cancer. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. So this is moving forward in a positive direction. Again, having your own life by the reins. No one else is, driving you around like Miss Daisy. You are in the driver's seat. You are in charge. And you're making the decisions about what it is you want to do. And maybe you're even being recognized, right? You're receiving some sort of public recognition, some sort of accolades. Again, maybe you're getting married or, being celebrated in some way. And it sits here atop what? The accolades. Here's the recognition. And here's, where we're victorious in receiving it. I'm going to further clarify these with my Keepers of the Light Oracle. And I left these like this because I had to show you. I was shuffling and I kept coming to this card, the Miriam. And it always reminds me of my own name, and which is Mary's name, Mariama. But today in particular, I was like, this feels very Mary and very Gemini, right? These twins, these three flowers. I was feeling the Trinity again coming from this. I was feeling the Gemini. I was feeling Mary. And I said, I think she wants to say something. Now, Mary also has a feast day this week. I mentioned it earlier in the reading. It's the Feast of the Visitation, beginning with Luke 1:36, where he says, look at your cousin, Elizabeth. She was old. She is old. She's been told that she's barren. People laughed at her. Here she is 6 months pregnant because Mary went to stay with her. And it was Elizabeth who came up with the prayer, the Hail Mary, right? She told her, you who are full of grace. So all of that came over me. And right after it did, I shuffled again. And, to what but this card, Mother Mary. So I said, I guess I'm meant to show these. So the Miriam says, choose to forgive in order to heal. If that's not an important message, for this reading, I don't know what is. See the light in all. So that's looking for the positive. Again, transmuting to love, letting go of the negativity. Remember that love has no boundaries. It is unconditional. Remember the pink spheres. Unconditional love. Archangel Chamuel. If you need help, call on him with this. Also, Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So she's saying avoid drama and foolishness, basically. The Miriam. And higher learning. This is like the Hermit for me. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. What sign does the Hermit represent? Virgo. Virgo. If you need to go within, then do so. Otherwise, this can be about enlightenment into which you are to come, which can be part of your victory that that the light bulb goes off and clarity you receive. This also guides you to help to enlighten others where you're able to, which may come through the forgiveness. Melchizedek and Serapis Bey, ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Serapis Bey and Lord Shiva. Love him. Transcendence. Rise up. Honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Are you going to sit it out, or are you going to dance? Lord Shiva, the destroyer, he says to dance. He's destroyer because he's destroying all the obstacles that are keeping you from dancing. Anything that was holding you back, all those limitations, he's knocking them down like he does, and he's telling you to go ahead and dance. Serapis Bey, one more. And it's Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So basically there's no rush. And, this is in divine timing anyway. Serapis Bey. Coming to Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, and release the fear of persecution. Speak your truth. That could be another reason why fear showed up. Fear of being out in the open, fear of standing in our truth, fear of having other people, to see what it is we've decided we want. Maybe a relationship, again, where there is an age difference, or there is a racial difference, or there is a religious difference, or some sort of ideological difference, political difference. And so there's some fear in that. Joan of Arc says, to toss that too. And the number 8 comes up again. Joan of Arc was 17 when she took on this mission and, was subsequently put to death for impersonating a man. 17 equals 8. The overall energy here is the Holy Spirit. I love this. Expect miracles. So that was the feminine's, specifically her message today too. They answered prayer, right? Remember that only love is real. I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. All these messages repeating themselves with every deck I pull out. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Remember the guardian? Okay? You're safe. Atop the King of Water. Higher learning is back. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further the progress. So the masculine guided to, again, go within where he needs to. You may be very pleased this week with some enlightenment into a light bulb that goes off and leads you to a place of joy, and peace, or in pursuit of your joy. Atop the Queen of Air. Lady Portia, she is a Queen of Air. Lady Portia represents justice. This is Saint Germain's divine feminine, or she would be the equivalent of Libra. Divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. This is the energy of justice. More 8. Major Arcana card 8, justice. Sitting right atop the Queen of Air where she belongs. Atop the King of Earth, El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Basically, you can accomplish all things, right? The universe has got your back. And isn't that what the King of Earth means? You have the Midas touch. It means anything you touch this week, turns to gold masculine. You can do whatever it is you need to do and want to accomplish. You can. Atop the Queen of Fire, Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Well, the true divine feminine is a queen of air. The divine feminine of the tarot is a queen of fire, but here she is, the queen of air, sitting in her rightful place as well. So we're coming in, and look how this is mirroring. Not only are these cards the same colors, because not all the cards, as you can see from these, are these colors. This is not a mistake. Not only do we get the same colors, but they're both about the same thing. This is enlightenment for the masculine. This is enlightenment for the feminine. Clarity, information, communicating with the universe, signs, synchronicities, revelations. Atop the Lovers, Joan of Arc. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. So whether you're having to make a decision or you're falling in love this week, in both cases, stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Atop the Five of Fire, which was giving me the energy of Mars and taking action. Holy Amethyst. Divine alchemy. Move. This is a card of movement. Wands are about movement and action. Again, move beyond your current challenges. Focus on what you desire. Crowning atop the Four of Air. White Eagle. Ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So this may be helping us to work on not only healing in general, but that energy of the Six of Cups that I kept feeling that was connected to something from our past. And this maybe most specifically for the feminine, with that energy of inner child, there's something that we have to deal with our family. Maybe go to your roots in order to come up with and how you're going to do that. Or maybe connecting with your ancestors is from where you'll get the downloads and the clarity. Atop the Three of Earth, charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask, and you shall receive. Sitting here atop the blessings that we're to receive, the accolades that we're to receive with the Three of Earth. And at the heart of the matter, atop the Chariot and all this victory, Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. Further advice to the masculine. Ice Queen. So this is more of this energy of Venus and air signs, the Queen of Air, cutting off what doesn't work for you, going after what does, and not being afraid and doing what's right. So you and seeking freedom and achieving it. You have to claim your freedom, and then the universe will help you to be free, actually. So all of the air elements, that Gemini cutoff game is strong. Use it. That Aquarius, freedom-seeking energy, that willing to be the one man on an island, it's strong. Use it. That Libra, going after truth and justice and doing the right thing. And also coming into your just due with this justice-like card crossing the Three of Earth, right? Getting what is rightfully yours finally. That game is strong also. And you have it here. You have this energy of the Ice Queen. Feminine, for us, spiritual growth. That's what comes as a result of all this forgiveness that we're to extend, and moving beyond our challenges and focusing on our purpose and being determined, right, about our movements. And we don't have to tell everybody what we're doing. I think I mentioned that too in the general, but I'm feeling it, and I just felt to say it just now, also in connection with that gossip card. Real G's move in silence. So we got to move, but you don't have to tell everybody what's up. masculine, more of this energy of Aquarius and communication for you, and maybe specifically of an electronic means, and that includes telepathy and communicating with the universe too. Listening. This can also be guiding you to, when you're doing your meditation, maybe do it with some sort of audio. So binaural tones or music of your favorite genre or something. Even like a meditation, or you want to listen to, what's his name, Abraham Hicks, or, all that kind of stuff can be helpful. Feminine, aww. Not just in light of the full moon, but because of that too, I'm sure. We got Moon Tree. Moon Tree is a card of sacred marriage. So always just trusting that the connection is there. And, even when we don't feel like it is, or we don't feel, its strength, and we don't feel our own personal strength, we have this support. The marriage between two divine beings that have been, anointed to be together always remains. Love is real. That's the only thing that's real. From the Angel Tarot to the masculine, the Eight of Water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So I just heard again, we've had the spiritual and emotional growth throughout the reading. I just heard again that move on can be again connected to like graduations and things like that. Like a moving on ceremony, even the wedding, the events that we saw. But otherwise, you can be moving, toward your desires, like something that's going to bring you joy, or away with the energy of the Queen of Air from what no longer serves you with this card too. For the feminine, Major Arcana card, Renewal or Judgment in the traditional tarot, card number 20, which represents the planet Pluto and sign of Scorpio for me. Review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts. It's time to move in a new direction. Well, like the Three of Earth, but far stronger, renewal is about receiving your blessings. It's about promotion, raise, elevation. It can be about ascension, in a spiritual sense. But when we get promoted by the universe, it tends to manifest down here too. So we're getting the love, abundance in all its forms, love, money, material, everything coming. As it relates otherwise to relationships, and can be about a crossroads to which we've come. And there's a need to make a decision, which could be, again, indicative of this Four of air, or the Lover's card here, the need to make a decision as to like, where do we go from here? So, and that doesn't have to be the relationship with the divine masculine. That's relationships in general. That could be friendship, familial. So it can be this thing that you have to deal with your ancestors, your family. It can be, at work, something that needs to be resolved in order for you to continue to move forward. And from the Keepers of the Light to the masculine, the Miriam are back. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. And last but not least, from the Keepers of the Light Oracle to the feminine, the Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Hope that you guys enjoyed the love reading. I will be back with something for the moon and maybe some personals. I'm going to be doing personal readings, whether I post them publicly or not. So they're definitely coming, but I don't know if they'll come to everybody. Either way, namaste, angels. I'll be back soon.